application of derivatives, that is last concept, maxima and minima. See, with the continuation of the local maximum and minimum of the previous slides, here we'll discuss few more examples related on the concept of local maxima, local minima, absolute minimum, and everything. See, in this problem, find the local maxima and local minima of the function h of x equal to sin x plus cos x. Here x is lying in between 0 to 90 degree. See, first of all, find the first derivatives of the given function. After finding the first derivatives of the given function, sine differentiation is cos x, cos differentiation is minus sin x. So after differentiating, you know very well the procedure. First of all, we needs to find out the critical points. That critical points can be determined by writing h dash of x equal to 0. Okay, once you written h dash of x is 0, cos x minus sin x equal to 0, cos x equal to sin x, then next sin by cos equal to 1, tan x equal to 1, and 1 tan x is equal to tan pi by 4, in the sense 1 it is. So tan and tan, if you get cancelled, x equal to pi by 4 will be getting this is the answer like this. So here you got right now one critical point, that is x equal to pi by 4. Now local maxima and local minima when will be determining. Next, find the second derivative of the given function. Cos differentiation minus sin x, sin differentiation is cos x. Okay, then substitute the critical point after determining the differentiation of the second differentiation of the given function. Next, x in the sense it is pi by 4, this is called as critical point, substitute here. Then sin pi by 4 minus 1 divided by, it is 1 divided by root 2, cos pi by 4 is 1 divided by root 2, then minus 1 and minus 1, it is minus 2 divided by root 2, it is less than 0. Therefore local maximum at x equal to pi by 4, it has a local maxima, and its maximum value is how much, root 2, and there is totally no minimum. Like this you can find out the given function as local maxima as well as local minima. Next, in this problem, when you will be finding the local maxima and local minima of the function f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. See, first find out the first derivative of the function. X cube differentiation 3x square, 6x square differentiation is 12x plus 9x differentiation is 9. Because x differentiation is 1 into 9 is 9, then x square differentiation is 2x, 2 into 6 is 12, 12x minus, written as it is, x cube differentiation is 3x square, x to the power n formula it is. So differentiation of x to the power n is n x to the power n minus 1. So f dash of x equal to 0. Once you return it this, then you substitute it back again after finding the first derivatives of the term. So 3x square minus 12x plus 9 equal to 0. 3 you take it as outside common from all the three terms. Next you'll be getting this much. Factorize this quadratic equation. So you will be getting two number of factors, x equal to 3 and x equal to 1. These are called as critical points. Now you determine local maxima and local minima. When you will be finding local maxima and local minima, find out the second differentiation of the function. Now f double dash of x, 3x square differentiation 6x minus 12x differentiation is just 12. Then put x equal to 1 here. So f double dash of 1 is equal to 6 minus 12 with no chance, it is minus 6, it is less than 0. It is local maximum at x equal to 1, and its maximum value is how much, 19. And local minimum value, after substituting 3, here you will be getting 18 minus 12 in the sense how much, it is 6. 6 is greater than 0. It has local minima at x equal to 3, and minimum value of it is 15, and here there is no maximum. So like this you can determine local maximum and local minimum of the function. See, in this problem we will be finding the local maximum and local minimum of the function sin x minus cos x. Here given interval is 0 to pi. Actually such type of problems we have seen it already in the previous slide. See, there the given value of x were lying in between 0 to pi by 2. Here x is lying in between 0 to pi. So within this interval, how you going to take some standard angles and how to find out local maximum and local minimum, that we have to see in details here. See, find out the first derivatives of the given function. So f of x differentiation is f dash of x. Sine differentiation is cos. Cos differentiation is minus sine. Minus and minus are plus sine. It is therefore cos x plus sine x. So find the critical points right now. F dash of x equal to 0. So cos x plus sine x equal to 0. Cos x equal to minus sine x. Then cos x you divide to the sine. So minus sine divided by cos equal to 1. So it will be tan x equal to minus 1. Minus after multiplying on both sides. So tan x equal to it will be minus 1. So minus 1. Now you find out the principal values of this trigonometric function. Tan x equal to minus 1. So x is equal to tan, after taking to the right hand side it will be tan inverse of minus 1. Tan inverse of minus 1 minus of minus tan inverse. So negative values should not be considered because it is not lying in between 0 to pi. So again find out the next positive values which are lying in between within this interval 0 to pi. So x equal to pi minus pi by 4. After taking this x equal to, it will be 3 pi by 4. This is the one critical point. Then 3 pi by 4, it is lying in between this interval. Now after finding the critical point f double dash of x, find out the second differentiation of the given function again. F double dash of x equal to cos differentiation is minus sine. Sine differentiation is cos x just. So you substitute the critical point in this double differentiated term. So 3 pi divided by 4 equal to minus sine x, in the sense it is 3 pi by 4. As you know very well the values of x, it is called as critical point. So 3 pi by 4 and cos again 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 sine minus sine, as it is you write it, and sine 3 pi by 4 it is 1 divided by root 2. Now cos 3 pi by 4 can be written as minus 1 divided by root 2. After simplifying this term you can get its angle is, after simplifying this angle you will be getting minus 1 divided by root 2. So minus 1 divided by root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2, it is minus 2 divided by root 2. So minus root 2, after it is rationalizing you'll be getting just minus root 2, it is less than 0, therefore it is local maximum, and its maximum value you can determine it substituting this respective value in the standard given function. So f of x has a local maximum at 3 divided by 3 pi divided by 4. So this is the answer for this respective question. See in this slide, when you're finding the maximum or minimum of the function e to the power x, first find out the first derivatives of the given function. E to the power x differentiation is e to the power x. Write f dash of x is 0. E to the power x is 0. X value is how much? Again 0 only. So if x value is 0, there is no any maximum value, there is no any minimum value. It will be point of inflection. Prove that the following function does not have maxima or minima. Log x is the function. Differentiate it. F g dash of x is 0. So 1 by x equal to 0. X equal to how much again? It is no, you cannot get any critical points itself. Therefore here also there is no maximum, there is no minimum. Here after finding the differentiation of the given function 3x square, x square differentiation is 2x plus x differentiation is 1, 1 differentiation is 0, h dash of x equal to 0, 3x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Here when you will try to factorize this respective quadratic equation, here you will be getting its discriminant is minus 8, then here you will be getting imaginary values. So imaginary under root some negative discriminant it comes, therefore here there is no maximum. You cannot get the, if you cannot get any critical points, here there is no maximum and there is no minimum. Next, absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Assume that after considering any one real value function, that is assumption y equal to f of x, when will be drawing the graph, if the graph is like this, it is just assumption local maximum local minimum. it is local minimum, it is local maximum. See, then what is meant by absolute maximum and absolute minimum? See, from what point the graph is started and where is its local maximum and where the total peak point of the graph. Here this is called as peak point of the graph. Okay, this is called as peak point. Next, here again it is increasing. Here continuously increasing, here little decreasing, again increasing. So see here absolute maximum and absolute minimum. See where the graph is started and which one is the here least point. Okay, this is called as local minimum and this is called as local maximum. From what point to what point the graph is continuously increasing, the initial point is called as local minimum and its maximum where the graph is stopped to again increasing, and from which point it is started decreasing, that respective point is called as local maximum. See, this is called as interval. Within this interval, some particular intervals graph will be increasing decreasing. Absolute maximum, absolute minimum, in the sense from where the graph is started increasing and continuously increased, at what peak point the graph is continuously increased. Okay, so that respective initial point is called as absolute minimum and its last point is called as absolute maximum. So graph is right now it is continuously increasing, this is the last point up to this much. Okay, continuously graph is increased, so this is called as absolute minimum and this is called as absolute maximum. So now you can determine absolute maximum and absolute minimum with the help of some examples. See, working rules for absolute maximum and absolute minimum. First of all, find the first derivatives of the given function. Write f dash of x and take the endpoints of the interval. Interval will be given when you will be finding absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Next, after finding the first derivatives of the given function, write f dash of x equal to 0 and again you calculate sum of the critical points. Then next, after finding sum of the critical points and given intervals, consider this all the points and go on substitute in the original function. So you'll be getting some least value, some maximum value. Least value is called as absolute minimum and maximum value is called as absolute maximum. See, in this problem, when we're finding absolute maximum and absolute minimum of the given interval 0 to pi, first of all, differentiate the given function. So after differentiating, cos differentiation is sine, cos differentiation is minus sine differentiation is cos x. So you write f dash of x equal to 0. So here you'll be getting one critical points, that is x equal to pi divided by 4. Then obtained pi by 4 and given interval 0 to pi, substitute this all the values in the here in this problem we know it very well. Already they have said that the given function attains minimum value in the interval 0 to 2. But what is the value of a? Here x equal to 1 it is given. No, this value of x is called as critical point. So find out the first derivatives of the given function. So f dash of x equal to x raised to 4 differentiation is 4x cube minus 62 x square differentiation is 62 is a constant term, x square differentiation is 2x. 62 into 2 is how much? It is 124x. Then ax differentiation, a is a constant term, you write as it is, x differentiation is 1 into a is a. So f dash of x equal to this much. Now you substitute the critical point x equal to 1 in the function. So here f dash of 1 equal to 0, then 4 minus 124 plus a equal to 0, a equal to 120. For the value of a is equal to 120, the graph will be attains minimum value in the interval 0 to pi. This is the answer for this question. Here in this problem, it is one of the important problem. Find two numbers whose sum is 24 and product is as large as possible. When will finding the two numbers and whose number is sum of whose number is 24 and product is as large as possible, you don't think first of all consider the two numbers are x and y, and its sum is x plus y equal to 24, and its product xy is maximum, they are given it. So x plus y equal to 24, then z equal to xy, it is maximum, z is called as one function. Okay, next y equal to 24 minus x, it can be written. Therefore x you write as it is, y in the sense it is 24 minus x. Otherwise x keep there only, y you take to the right hand side, 24 minus y, 24 minus y. So x can be replaced, and in the place of x 24 minus y, and y can be written as it is. In this way also you can determine it. Now replacing here y and substituting in the place of y 24 minus x. So z equal to x into 24 minus x. So x after multiplying 24 minus 24x minus x square. So when we'll be maximizing it, differentiate the function first. So 24 into x, its differentiation is just 24, x square differentiation is minus 2x. dz by dx equal to 0, you write. So 24 minus 2x equal to 0, 24 equal to x equal to 12. It is one of the critical point. Find out its second differentiation now. So d square z by dx square equal 24 का differentiation is 0 minus 2x differentiation is just 2. So x equal to 12, it is called as critical point. So there are no any x in this term. So minus 2, it is less than 0. So it is maximum at x equal to 12. So x equal to 12 is the first number. Then which one is second number? Y equal to 24 minus y. We have written it. So after substituting here the values of x, y equal to 24 minus x is 12. So 24 minus 12 will be how much? It is 12. So first number is 12, second number is again 12 only. In this problem, when we will be finding two positive numbers x and y such that x plus y is 60 and xy cube is maximum. It is also one of the important problem in the maximum and minimum concept. X plus y equal 60, it is given. So y equal to 60 minus x, it can also be written. Otherwise x equal to 60 minus y, that also can be written. Substitute this full value in the original function z equal to xy cube. Z is called as function name. Z equal to x in the sense it is 60 minus y. Otherwise y you can replace and x keep as it is and modify this term, and you can substitute and find out its derivatives, will be getting the answer. That way also you can determine. So 60 minus y, again it is y cube. Y cube you multiply for both the terms. 60 y cube minus y into y cube is y raised to 4, differentiated. So y cube differentiation is 3y square. 60 into 3 is how much? 180y square minus y raised to 4 differentiation is 4y cube. Then dz divided by dy is equal to 0, you write. So substitute it back again, then this. So here you will be getting one critical point. So 180y square minus 4y cube equal to 0. Then 4y square you take it as out. So 45 minus y equal to 0. These are the two factors. One is y equal to 0. Second one is y equal to 45. These are the two. Now when you will be finding or maximizing or minimizing, we need to go for the second differentiation of the function. So d square z divided by dy square equal to 360y minus it is 12y square. After difference, second differentiation of the first derivatives function. so you'll be getting this much. Next, y equal to 45, you substitute. So here you'll be getting minus value, so it will be less than 0, therefore it will be maximum. So once you substitute x equal to 0, here d square z divided by dy square will be getting 0, so x equal to 0, it is the no maximum, no minimum. You cannot get any maximum, absolute minimum. So z cannot be considered here. So x equal to, after 45 you have got here the negative value, it is less than 0, therefore the function is maximum for the value of y equal to 45. If the value of y is 45, then what is the value of x? It is just 15. Okay, then the two numbers are first one is 15, second one is 45, or second one is 15, first one is 45. See, in this problem, when we will be finding two positive numbers and whose sum is 16 and whose sum of the cube is minimum, let you consider first two numbers be x and y. Sum of the two positive numbers x plus y equal to 16, whose cube in the sense x raised to cube and y raised to cube is minimum. Z equal to, you write x cube plus y cube, then y is equal to 16 minus x, you write it and substitute that term in this function. So differentiate it with respect to x. dz by dx, x cube differentiation is 3x square. Next, first of all, write the derivatives for the power 3. 3 16x minus x whole is to square. Then 16 differentiation 0, x differentiation is 1. So 16 minus 1 is how much? It is minus 1. After finding its differentiation, next you write dz divided by dx is equal to 0. You needs to find out here critical point. So plus into minus is minus 1. So x square, 3x square minus 16 of 16 minus x whole raised to square equal to 0. Next, this respective square you expand it, otherwise x square equal to 16 minus x whole raised to square, square and square gone from both the sides, so x equal to 16 minus x, so minus plus 2x is equal to 16, x equal to 8. So after finding the values of x equal to 8, find the second derivatives of the given. So next, after finding the second derivatives, 3x square derivatives is 6x plus, next 16 minus x whole raised to square, its differentiations after finding 2 3 is a 6x, 6, 16 minus x, again 16 minus x, its derivatives will be minus 1. So minus into minus plus, so 6x plus 6 into 16 minus x. Now you substitute x equal to 8 in this differentiated term. So after substituting here, you got greater than 0, so it is minimum at x equal to 8. So the function is minimized. So you have proved here it is minimum, because after finding the second derivatives of the function, when we substituted the value of x equal to 8 here, it became greater than 0, so it is minimum at x equal to 8. So first number is 8 and second number is also 8, because x plus y equal to 16, x equal to 8, after substituting in the function x plus y is equal to 8, y equal to 16 minus 8, again 8 it will be, therefore value of x and y are both 8 as well as 8 only. This is the answer for this question. In this problem, a square piece of tin of side 18 centimeters to be made into a box without top by cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps to form a box. What should be the side of a square be cut off so that the volume of the box is, this is the maximum possible? See, square piece ABCD of a tin with side is how much? 18 centimeters given in the question. See, but what they are given in the question, square piece of tin side is 18 centimeter, but all the sides of the square box they have cut it and folded. So we must be subtracted that respective sides with this 18 centimeter, so that here we will be getting the exact sides of the cube. See, these are called as sides of the cube. Next, when we will be cut the sides of the cube and when we will be folding it, in this case one side is called as x, second side is called as x. X plus x are how much? 2x. 2x when you will be subtracting with 18, so that you exact the sides of the square box you can get it. So volume of the square box is how much? It is length into breadth into height. So V equal to LBH. Length is 18 minus x, 18 minus 2x, breadth is also 18 minus 2x, and height is called as x it is. Okay, so now after V is equal to 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 2x, 18 minus 2x whole raised to square. Next differentiate it with respect to x. Keep this thing as it is and you consider x is a u and this is a v. Differentiate this term, otherwise a minus b the whole square formula apply, expand it, and x you multiply with all the terms so that you will be getting this much. Then differentiate this term one after, and after differentiating the term here you will be getting critical points. So dv by dx equal to 324 plus, after finding the derivatives you will be getting this much 12x square minus 144x. dv by dx equal to 0, so that here we will be getting quadratic equation 12 we take outside from all the three terms, so x square minus 12x plus 27 equal to 0 it will be remaining. So after factorizing this quadratic equation you will be getting two number of factors, one is x minus 9 and one is x minus 3. So x equal to 9 and x equal to 3, these two are the critical points. See, x equal to 3 is the critical point, x equal to 9, these are one of the critical point. So now there is x equal to 9 is not possible, which is also not possible, this is not possible. So among these two, if x equal to 9 is not possible, then x equal to 3 is one of the critical point, you consider it. Now after finding second derivatives you'll be getting this much, so x equal to 3 you substitute it, you'll be getting it is maximum. Once you substitute x equal to 9, here you'll be getting minimum, therefore you don't consider x equal to 9, x equal to 3 you take. So substitute x equal to 3 after finding the second derivative of the given function, so you'll be getting it is less than 0 this respective value, so it is maximum when x equal to 3 centimeter. Therefore the sides of the square be cut off